Hey guys, OtteMcoc here and welcome back to the last class in our series while I'm in the United States. I hope you have enjoyed the last 10 videos. We have 2 more to go before I come home and play around with you guys again on the live streams, etc. And today we're going to talk about the top 10 Cosmic champions. And this one was a pretty hard one for me because there were a lot of possible subjects and champs that I didn't take in, and a lot of people will probably disagree with my list. So let's just start out. And with number 10 is an old favorite of mine, and maybe he shouldn't be on the list, but he is because I love him, and that's Ronin. And Ronin is a champ that you won't use for 98% of your fights, and then once in a while there comes some kind of chapter or quest where you can just cheese basically everything with him. You stun lock everything because of his increased stun durability when they have buffs on them, and then he just crushes that like it's the most easy thing in the world to do. So that's why he's on the list, and maybe he shouldn't be, but I just love this character. I think he has his certain specific uses for some paths or lanes or boss fights, and that's enough for me to be on the list because he's such a niche champ that you can use once in a while, and when you use him he's just perfect for it. So that's my number 10 guy. My number 9 character was once seen as, if not the best, then one of the best Cosmic champions in the game, and she's still really good and has her uses, especially on path 9 in Alliance War, and that's Captain Marvel movie. I don't have her as a 6-star, but I have her max sig as a 5-star, and when you get her binary up and she goes to 25 charges, she's just super, her damage is super nice and she just melts everything. And maybe she should be higher on the list, but the Cosmic class has been growing on me. It used to be pretty weak, and then we had a few decent adds, so now she's down to number 9 for me at least. Number 8 is a champ I basically never use, even though he is pretty good, and that's King Groot. After his buffs, he's just become a lot better. He can shake off the debuffs. He gets a lot of furies, and especially for long fights with all the purify and getting more and more furies, he's just a super nice champ. All his special has some uses, and a champ that I want to use more in the future and learn even more. So he comes in at number 8 for me. Then number 7 is a champ that I also need to play more around with. I just pulled him recently, and that's Null. Null really needs his dupe ability to be really good, but it's still a great champ. And I've seen a lot of videos on this guy, and I'm really looking forward to getting more time and play around with him on the getting all the corruptions up and learn how to use him perfectly. So he might be higher on the list when I learn him, but at the moment I have him in 7th spot. Number 6 is a champ that I have loved to use a lot, both in Alliance War but also in other content, and really has his special uses all over the game, and that's Venom. Venom is super nice, his damage is nice, his bleed is nice, even the heavy attack where you get armor breaks is super nice. He's pretty good against spiders because they can't evade, and just overall a great champ with a great damage output. He doesn't need the dupe, but the dupe with the when you get him to max sig is super nice because you start with more buffs, but also a great champ without it. And some might even have Venom higher on the list, but the next spot is one of my personal favorites in the game, so it was pretty hard for me to not put her in the top 5. So number 5 is Medusa. And I know a lot of people are going to shake their head and say, like, Medusa, why is she a top 5 champion? And maybe she isn't, but for me she is. I think she is super underrated. She, in a sense, work like Magneto with her abilities against robots. She can power lock them, and when you armor shadow them, you power lock them and do a lot of damage. If you get the bleed cycle going with the special 3s, you can deal a massive amount of damage. If you pair her with Black Bolt, she gets more than 3 furies. She can gain up to 6, and she just deals a lot of damage. I think she's super nice. The auto block with the furies up can even come in handy if you make a mistake. And just overall an underrated champ, especially against metal champions. And I've used her a lot in Alliance War actually, even though I use my 5-star to get the Fury bonuses because she's not duped as a 6-star. Really great when you get, like, you do the the medium hits and then fire a special 1 to power lock them, or you can even start with a special 1 power start boost in Alliance War and just do a 5-hit combo special 1, and then you have the enemy power locked if it's a metal champ. So number 5 for me, and it might be a surprising one for a lot of people, but I really like her. Number 4 is Cosmic Ghost Rider. Cosmic Ghost Rider is a really great champ. He has some sick power burst and is one of the characters I've really been wanting to do a video about. One of the most frequent used combos, if you do like medium, light, 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 medium, then you can put on some extra damage. If you end it with a light instead, like 1 medium and 4 light attacks, you gain a power gain. You can do a heavy to put up his special cosmic thing, and then you go for a big special through it 2 at some point, do a medium 4 lights again to gain the power gain, and then fire another special 2 with all the armor breaks. And he just deals massive damage, and one of the best champions to farm potions in Realm of Legends because he just do it so fast, and also great for Alliance War if you have fights where he just needs to power through. So overall a really great champ, and could be even higher on the list for some, but he's number 4 for me because I think the 3 champions above him are just more versatile and do a better job. And number 3 on my list is a champion I don't have as a 6-star, but I would love to. That's Hyperion. Hyperion is super nice. He has some unique uses. He has the nice power gain. He has some regeneration if you get up to the 3 charges and dash back and hold the block. He can gain a lot of furies on his heavies. In some fights you can even do some kind of stun lock on the special 2. You can use the special 1 to put on a lot of incinerate. You can use the special 3 to gain those charges and gain a regen. And just super versatile, easy to use, can do damage over time, can do burst damage with all the furies, and just poison immune, can do a lot of stuff that comes in handy. And a really great champ that could easily have been number 2 as well. But number 2 is one of my favorite champs in the game, and there's a lot of reason for it. He just has done so much content for me overall, and just got knocked off his King of the Cosmic Throne lately because of a late arrival of an insane champ in the game. And number 2, that's Corvus Glaive. And Corvus Glaive is a fairly simple champ to use. He does a lot of crit damage because he crits on basically all hits when he has his glaive charges up. He has 4 missions you need to complete, and that's a tech, a mutant, an avenger, or when someone dashes or evades on you, you have to do a heavy or a special attack. And then once you get 1 mission, he just deals an enormous amount of damage, and then it stacks up if you get more, but 1 is the golden number to go through. His unblockable special 2, super handy as well, and deals so much damage. A lot of people refer him to back-to-back special 2 when you use the Cosmic Boost in Alliance War, and his cheat death mechanics with the glaive charge up, or glaive charges up, is you don't have to underestimate that. That comes in handy as well in some fights. If you degen or whatever, then you can just stay on 1% life and kill off the fight. So Corvus Glaive, just a powerhouse, and I use him every day for Alliance quest, and I use him with the other champ on this list, number 1. So overall, just such a great champ that has done so much for me in the game, and a champ I really want to rank 4 at some point when my prestige is settled at some point. So what a champ. And number 1, Hercules. Let's see what happens when they do the rebalance thing, because at the moment Hercules, what a champ. I'm not sure if he is the best champ in game, but he's up there for sure. Just getting those feats up, and normally you can gain 3 feats in a fight. You can gain 1 from intercepting the opponent. You can gain 1 from doing a heavy when they are not stunned. So even if you parry, just wait a little, do a heavy, and then the hit will count as a non-stun hit. And then if you get knocked down, you can get a third one. You can gain more strings, but they won't carry over. So you can still keep intercepting and just deal more damage in that specific fight, but it carries over. Then he's also super nice if you get those strings on, and every time you get stunned, he will just remove one. Super effective for the encroaching stun nodes, for instance, or something else, that which I have in the AQ at the moment. What a champ. And also if you intercept on the special, he gets more damage. His special 3, you gain instructability boost. His dupe ability, where he can cheat death and go unblockable. I mean, this champ can do it all in long content, in short content, but especially after ramping him for like 1, 2, or 3 fights. His damage output is just insane, and a lot of people with new accounts has just been riding their free 4-star Hercules through basically to uncollected, and some even most of the way to Cavalier, just using a 4-star champion. That's insane. Crushes through all the side events, etc. So for sure number 1 on the list. So what a champion. And my entire top 10 looks like this. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about, especially I know some of the champs that I put on that are different from whatever everyone else is doing. Let me know how your top 10 is. Let me know what I should have done differently. Let me know what you liked about the list. Remember to like the video and share the video and tell us about it. And remember to subscribe if you haven't. And tomorrow is gonna be the last video in this series before I come home from the United States. So remember to tune in again tomorrow. I'll see you then.